Welcome to Spill the Sustainability,
the podcast where we spill the tea on the hottest
and most controversial topics in the industry over a cup of tea.
Hello everyone,
It's trinket time.
it's trinket time! So we are here with probably was Betty, aka Trinket Queen, aka Ray of Sunshine.
That's me!
But we're talking about trinkets because there's been a lot of chat about trinkets on the internet,
Yes, there has.
and I feel like
I have a lot of feelings.
And we've got to talk about it. We've got to talk
get the
about it
feelings
all.
out.
It's like a therapy session, trinket therapy session. Like,
Okay, so like there obviously are a massive trend.
I actually saw a lost Labubu the other day without its like mum on the side of a street. I was like, where's your mum?
where is your mother?
It was like a little bit wet and like dirty.
Oh no, don't tell me that. Oh bless, it's hard.
Do you know what I was thinking? I just thought, why did you not pick it up, clean it and sell it?
I
Literally.
actually did pick it up, and then I was like, it was so soggy. I was like, I'm sorry, and like put it on the side of.
Oh
like,
yeah, you
some-
just rescued it and put it to the side like a snail.
Yeah, I was like,
In the
you'll
rain.
find your owner.
Yeah.
Your mum will come back.
But imagine being the Labubu owner, being so sad that you lost your Labubu baby.
Oh no, that would just be. I have lost trinkets in the past, and I swear there's nothing more heartbreaking. But then there's something about sending it into the universe because you hope that someone would pick it up.
Yeah.
There's actually this really interesting theory. I was reading about it for my master's, and it's that if you lose something, it can come back to you. And like there was a story about a man who lost his wedding ring, and then he was walking along a beach like 2 years later, and it had washed up on the shore of this random beach, and it was the exact ring. It had the engravings, everything.
This story I have, like, it's like irrelevant story of my gran, right, when she passed away a couple of years ago. It was in an old folks home. It was during COVID times, and my mum, as I told you, not sentimental at all, like, just completely
She was not a trinket girly.
opposite of me, not a trinket girly, a minimalist girly. Like, how could that birth me, you know? I don't know. So when she passed away, she said to the home, like, you know, unless there's any photos or whatever, just get rid of everything. And I was
Get
like,
rid.
so I went to a charity shop. So it'd been like 2 days since my gran passed, and I said to my mum, like, we need to get in touch with the hospice about picking up her trinkets. And she was like, what do you mean? It's gone. It's all I just told her to chuck it. And I'm like,
No, I would cry.
no, I
immediately.
sobbed.
Oh my god.
Sobbed, because since I was a little girl, my gran had to the side of her bed a little tortoise, and she used to always say to me, that's weird, that'll be worth something someday, you can have that when I'm dead.
Oh.
And that went with her to the hospice. So I was just like, I was distraught at the fact that I'm not going to get this tortoise. Like, I've had my eye on that trinket dish since I was like 5. Distraught. Me and Mama had a big fight about it and everything. Like, it was a whole thing. 2 days later. And bear in mind, I go to charity shops, like, on the daily.
You do.
Especially the ones round where I am in Glasgow. And all of a sudden I just went into this charity shop. Never have I ever seen this trinket dish before, and it was sitting
Whoa.
right there in one of their cabinets. And I was just like, I mean, even now I get goosebumps. It's just like, that's the dish.
Wait, do you think it was actually her dish though?
Well, I feel like it would almost be an important, like, so the charity shop was in the south side where I live. And my gran passed away in my hometown in Clydebank, which is just outside of Glasgow. So the likelihood of it being her dish is very, very small. But I genuinely, even when, like, my gran was the one who started taking me charity shopping when I was a little girl, I have never seen one of those weighed little tortoise
Too
shell.
specific
Like,
and niche.
It's so specific, and I've never seen one since.
Wow.
It's the only one I've ever came across, and so it's just like,
And it obviously went
hers.
home with you.
oh, of course. No, I literally phoned my mum immediately. And I'm like, I've found it! And what's even better is when I took it home that day, I came up to my house, there was a little white feather in front of my house, and I was like, even more proof. So now, in the dish is the little white feather. In the dish and just sits in there.
That's really special. And that's the nice thing about trinkets, isn't it? The sentimental connection.
I feel like that's the biggest part about trinkets
Yeah.
for me. And that's why with the Labubu trend, it's like, it even hurts my heart a little that it's a trend because it's like every single one of my trinkets I have found, and it's like something that is just like, I need that. That just is instant joy. And although like I love the fact that it has encouraged so many more collectors, because I feel like once you are a collector, you are a collector of things. Like that's just you can't just collect one thing. There is perimeters around that thing, but then you'll love that thing, whether it be everything that's a certain colour or everything that has a face. Like my niche trinket interests are things with faces in them.
Okay. Well, like what?
Like if it was like
this. You have like, I don't know if you can see it.
That's really cute.
it's
really
a little springy man.
Go.
It's a little springy man, and he's
so
just so cute. And look at. It's okay. It's happened before. It pops back on.
Not the trick.
It's okay. We can fix that. But also, what's even better is when you walk.
So jiggly.
Yeah, it has a
I'm
nice
obsessed. We both have this mug in it. It's the weirdest face you'll ever
I
see.
actually have 3.
You have 3.
I have 2 in Glasgow, the happy and the sad.
Wow.
And then she said she was doing a sample sale, and I said, I noticed that there's none of the same of my mug, but I need one for Margate because I can't just drink out of a normal mug.
Like rude.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
Why would you do that?
It's like, where's the joy in that?
Yeah, like rude.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like things with faces.
things with faces, like food-related things.
Okay.
Bread items.
Literally was say this to Rosie. I was like, you need to see her bread lamps.
Yeah.
I have a collection of bread lamps.
That you make yourself?
No.
How do you, what?
Sourced.
Okay.
From Japan. It's a really niche company that make lamps from bread that is stale, and they put them in resin.
I actually know, like I follow a girl on TikTok. I feel like you'd look at her page, Danny Clarick. She has she like does interior design and things, and she has a few bread lamps. She has like a big baguette one.
Yes, I've got the baguette, I've got the croissant, I've got the toast, and then...
Have you got the bags? Because they do bags.
Oh yeah, no, the panache bags. I wish I had a panache bag. No, that's on the wish list.
This is...
I really want a panache bag. Like they are like goals. Like the bag with the charms and like but yeah, they're so spendy.
It's a bag also made of real bread with the charms on it. Again, like stale bread. But I don't think, is that the same company?
No, different company.
Different company.
Mm-hmm.
Not my thing, but I would love that for somebody else.
It's
like,
really
I'd
cool.
love
But then also
to
just
do
lamps
that.
in general.
Yeah.
It's like I've got a lamp that's sushi. It's like a sushi fish.
Yes, the soy sauce fish lamp. I love that too. So I saw all of these things when I was in Japan. And I was so tempted to bring them home, but I was like, alas, the suitcase will not.
You need to go with an empty suitcase.
Next time, damn it.
And that's what I think is also so funny is that, like, you know, with the growing trend of the keychains and everything, because if you went to like Japan or pretty much anywhere in Asia or even like France as well, I remember like the first time, like France was one of the first places I went to when I was wee, and I remember like you would get like, does anyone ever remember there was these like little Winnie the Pooh little like keychains, and then they had little outfits on them, and then so like the Winnie the Pooh character kind of went in the outfit, so you could have like Eeyore, but you'd be wearing like a Tigger outfit, but it'd be or there would be like a doctor's outfit or whatever.
That's so cute.
It's so cute, and they would come in like little eggs.
Wow.
And like, so in fact there was tons of those. So I think it's like, it's funny when you see something that you've loved for such a long time come in this whole new way. And so a part of it is really exciting that it's bringing out all these collectors, but then another part of it is like, it makes me nervous because I'm like, are you doing this because it's a trend and because like having a certain Labubu is like a certain like icon status, or are you like, you know, there for the whimsy? Are you there for the joy?
Yeah.
So many people collect the Labubus because, or like buy the blind boxes to try and get the like limited edition super rare ones, which I feel like is just to get icon status.
I think so. Personally, I have views on blind boxes in general, because I think that it's like you're either a blind box person or you're not. I personally think that blind boxes are an amazing gift because it's like, it's a fun activity.
Yeah.
I see that, yeah.
But for me, I have such an aesthetic. I like specific things. And so if it's like, so that's why for the Winnie the Pooh kind of key rings, like those are like fun little bits. But when it comes to like a Labubu or a Monchichi or a Crybaby or something like that, like I would want to buy them second hand because I want the one that I want.
You don't want to waste the money and then end up with like a blue one or something.
And then it's just like, because then I can never part with that, and then I'm stuck with a blue Labubu to
which
the
would be
end
all
of
wrong.
time, which would just be like, I mean, where would I even put it?
Yeah.
But it would need to be on display somewhere, because it couldn't just be in a drawer in the dark. Bless its heart.
So what are your thoughts? Because obviously I feel like TikTok's rife with like the trinket trend.
The thing that makes me mostly upset is that like when you see like, so they're like about £35 a pop for one blind box, and a lot of these people are going like, these people need to be the kindest way, like, with love, but yeah, like when you're buying like 6 of them and you're getting like a full blind box, there's a Pop Mart have this thing of, if you buy like a box, if you have a doubler, you can just give it back. And then they'll give you another box. They'll refund you your box, and then you like buy.
I wonder what happens to them.
They just, well, that's the thing, is that like, I don't know whether, do Pop Mart donate them? Do they just go to landfill? Like,
is it the same as returns with clothing, where it just ends up in landfill?
Well, because the thing is it like, because they don't sell them as like they sell them as the mystery boxes. So that tells me that
they're going to landfill.
They go to landfill.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Gosh, that's bad for the planet and sad for those poor Labubus. Can you imagine?
And also, because I just saw that and it was just like, oh, we got 2 purple ones. No, and it was just like flinging it down. I'm like, oh, no, the Bobby Labubu. You're being so aggressive. I don't even collect Labubus, and I'm like, oh.
Why do you think that people have become so obsessed with trinkets recently, and like Labubus and collecting things?
I think honestly, it's been it's that accessibility. I think to person. Oh, see, I think it's twofold. It's either you saw Rihanna wearing it, so you either saw like a celebrity wearing it, and it's that accessible thing. Like, 'cause that's what is wonderful. It's like an accessible thing that celebrities are doing that you can also have too.
Okay, it makes you feel involved in the culture.
And so like that's cool. And so if you're just getting like, you know, the one you're like that or whatever, like I think it is cool. It's the massness of it all.
Sorry, it really reminds me of Stanley Cups.
Me and Izzy have like an ongoing hate of Stanley Cups.
I just don't understand.
It's just the way people collect like hundreds of them, and they open their cupboards and like, this is my Stanley Cup.
Have you been on the Stanley Cup TikTok?
I just can't even.
Yeah.
And it's like, which one am I going to use? I'm like,
There's like 50 of them in a cabinet. But this is what Labubus make me feel. Like, people who buy blind boxes of Labubus and have like 50 of them, they're all in one cabinet, but they just like live in the dark. Which one are you taking out that day?
Exactly.
Like, what waste?
It is, and it's so like, I think unless you are like, because I mean, I have been like, I took a photo with permission because I walked up to her and complimented this girl who had literally, you couldn't see her bag.
Wow.
It was just charms, but you could tell this was a collector.
Okay.
This was not someone who just went in and just like raked, and it wasn't just, it was Labubus, it was everything. This must have taken years to accomplish. And so I just like, she was standing in a queue outside, and it was in Margate, and I was like, I'm really sorry. I'm obsessed with your charms.
Wow.
Like, I just like, and you can see her kind of like looking at me and it's like, is she being sincere? She's being sincere. Oh, okay.
She's not being sarcastic. She's genuine.
I know, I'm genuinely,
loves
I genuinely find your collection hugely impressive, beautiful, joyful, magical. Like,
it probably made her day.
Well, yeah, she was really chuffed, and I was just like, and I still think about it because it made me think about things of what I would want to add into my collection, and that was actually what spurred me on, because I found, because I was like, surely there is a seller who specifies on vintage trinkets, because I saw that she had a Polly Pocket trinket.
Oh, Polly Pocket.
And I almost died, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? I need one. And the thing is with me, my trinkets, because like I love the noise that one makes with that handbag, but like when it's too, there's a sweet spot with sound in me, and so I can't have too many on one bag at one point because the sensory.
Do you get overstimulated and get a bit like... Bleh?
And also just even with opening my bag, having too much and everything, it's just
much
like
going on.
The faff, you're like, I can't get to the bag.
Exactly. Exactly. To look at, amazing, but just for me personally, it's my sensory needs just...
So valid.
Yeah.
So valid.
Like, I love being able to, like, because I don't tend to, like, once I wear a handbag, I usually wear that handbag until, like, such occasions need me to change it.
Yeah.
But I do change my trinkets on my handbag. And it's a way to personalise and bring a different level of joy and whimsy to something that you see and use every day.
I love that idea. It's like, so you can rewear something. It's just, it's like
just changing
wearing
up.
a t-shirt back to front kind of
Exactly.
thing.
It's just, or putting a badge on it. It's just like, it changes the energy. It elevates it a little bit.
I've never thought about it like that before. Like, your handbag's basically like a Barbie doll that you're all dressing.
Yeah. And also, like, you can change it for your, like, outfit, your feelings, your vibes.
Exactly.
On the day.
Oh, just daily. And so when I saw this girl with the Polly Pocket, I was just like, okay, well, I need
to investigate.
I need to investigate. And then I found this girl on Instagram who, like, she sells keyrings.
Is she the one in the States?
No.
Oh.
I posted about it. Like, I will find it and I will...
Because there was another one that I know. She like was featured in Vogue, Cosmo, all of these magazines.
Oh, yeah, you sent me
She's just been collecting.
I saw her. It's not her.
It's not her. Because she's been collecting all her life. And then obviously this, like, trinket thing kind of became more of a, like, mainstream vibe. But she was like, oh my God, I can, like, create these joyful things from my love from collecting. Because I think she had so much, like...
I think that's what this girl started, and it was just like, it just kind of grew along from there. But I saw that she was making a lot of Polly Pockets and keyrings, and I was just like, I saw that she had an orange one, and I was just like, well, boom, like, that's it, like, I need it.
Yes,
but
please.
it took me like about 2 days to find her, and it was like, I was searching, because I knew that I was like, I need an orange Polly Pocket, but I also don't like when they're too big, so it needs to be like small,
Can you send
minimum.
us a picture of it?
Of course I can.
Yay. That's so interesting. What that's made me think about, though, is that you can kind of... Do you think how people say you can tell how online someone is by their outfit? Do you think it's the same with their bag charms? Like, you can
100%. Oh my God, that is exactly it. Yes.
Wow.
It's like if it's all the Labubus, I feel that like,
they're more chronically online and they're not a true collector kind of thing.
Well, like, the thing is, because, like, at the end of the day, like, Labubu has been, like, it started off as a magazine in 2015, and they didn't, like, actually, Pop Mart didn't start making the blind boxes until, like, 2019 or something. And then they added more to the collection. But then you've got, like, Monchichi that's been, like, that's, like, decades old. Hello Kitty, decades old. Like, you know, obviously Snoopy, decades. Like, you know, so there's multiples that go into it, like, obviously, like, all the Sanrio characters.
Yeah, I grew up with Hello Kitty and Doraemon, which my mum called Ding Dong. Like, I feel like it's a really specific Hong Kong Chinese thing. Like, we called this blue character Ding Dong when his actual name was Doraemon.
And you're just like, ding dong!
Yeah, like, we used to be like, ding dong! Like, but if I said ding dong, my mum would know exactly who that is. But if you told anyone else, it'd be like, who is ding dong? But it made me realise, like, when I watched those things as a kid, but actually now, as an adult, I'm like, why don't I get, like, a Doraemon trinket? Why don't I get, like, a Hello... I do actually have a Hello Kitty trinket after going to Japan, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm in the land, you know?
Oh, you have to.
I mean, I didn't get a Doraemon, even though Doraemon was actually Japanese as well, which I now, like, am now looking on eBay for, like, a second-hand one. But I feel like it's just, like, part of your childhood, you know?
Exactly. I think
It's, like,
that's another reason why it's growing, because it's just, like, people, especially with things being so serious and awful in the world, like, you're tapping more into, like, your inner child and that, like, childlike wonder and whimsy. And so a lot of people are, like, leaning into that, which I find is also ironic, because that's also something that, like, within, like, the autistic community was considered, like, being childish, because we are very
it's always, like,
touch.
frowned upon. It's, like, really, like, not, like, yeah, people are always so mean about, like, people with autism being, like, so childlike, even though now it's cool to be like that, which is kind of wrong in itself, right? Like, that's so rude.
It's just it's a bit bizarre. It's just a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I think when it comes to the trinket community in general, is that, like, you can I said, you can tell collectors a mile away, and you can tell people who've just bought it and just invested into the trend. And And my worry, and what I've more found as well, which is so interesting, is all the, like, I've noticed quite a lot of the trinket community, like, pull back as the Labubus have pushed forward. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, I've just noticed that, like, because I follow so many fellow collectors, and it's just like, and I feel like, because most of us as well don't actually even collect Labubu, but Labubu is like the
front and centre, like it's the symbol of trinket collectors.
Yeah, exactly. It's become the pop star of the trinkets, and so the main celebrity, and so it's just like, yeah, we're all just kind of like, we're just gonna wait till this passes, and then just carry on as normal.
What even actually are Labubus? Are they little bears? Little
so
monsters?
they're little monsters, okay. And then there's a bunch of them within this character
and
series.
is that part of like the Monchichi? Are they
no,
all
Monchichis are different.
Okay.
Like Labubus are on their own. They are like one artist, and they were like a comic book before. But then obviously like you've got other new brands. Like, because I am not one trinket. Controversially.
Go on, we love controversy on this podcast.
I am not a Jellycat person.
I was going to ask you about Jellycat.
Oh my god!
Okay, because I was in London the other day, and honestly, there was a queue outside Liberty's down the road.
I just don't get it.
But Jellycats.
I actually get it. I get it.
Just absolutely disgusting.
Please explain it to me then.
Okay, one thing I will say is I mentioned earlier, I've had the same cuddly toy that I like sleep with every night since I was like probably 2. It's a Jellycat, so I have to say quality is amazing.
Oh, it's an actual Jellycat?
It's an actual Jellycat.
Wow.
And so it's lasted, I'm 25 now, for a really long time.
Okay, you might have... It just goes to show you, don't actually like, you know...
Don't hate on it.
Don't hate on that, because that has made me like it more. Because to be honest, I didn't know much about Jellycat, and so I thought it was a newish...
But no, it's not. But what I will say is the quality is probably massively different. I mean, mine is literally from 2000, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
But it's really good quality, and it's what my mum would only buy us when we were like little, because they're really nice and like.
I'm surprised it's that old. Like, I didn't realize. I genuinely thought it was like 5 or.
No, but I remember like probably just before COVID kind of time, it became like a thing. I actually remember specifically seeing this one girl like saying that because she had quite like, she was going through a rough patch with her mental health, and she was like, I've got my Jellycat, it's my emotional support thing. But she also happened to be a fashion girl on Instagram. And then I remember from
I need to know this person.
It's just like grown more and more and more, and I actually do think that it was this girl, I'll find her handle, that
please,
like began
I need
it
to
all.
follow her. Sounds iconic.
Because I feel like Jellycats also remind me a bit of Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
Because I have a Build-A-Bear. My Build-A-Bear is the equivalent of your Jellycat, which isn't quite as... Actually, it's probably almost 20 years old.
Yeah.
And she's still on my bed. She has been around the world with me on my holidays.
Yeah.
Because I just like something to hold.
No, literally.
You know?
It's
just...
It's so like I need something to fidget with. I'm a fidget, and like for me Jellycats, like, because they thought everyone would think that because they are food, like a lot of it is food with faces, and it's things with faces.
Oh, that you would love it.
That I would love it, but I just like it's so funny because I can't even give a proper reason.
No, it's just not for you.
It's just like, and that's why I love collectibles and trinkets so much, is because you don't need a reason. It's stupid and it's just fabulous.
This is it though, because the faces you collect have weird faces. Yeah, they're like the weirdest faces. They're not like a Jellycat face is like, oh, so cute. Whereas the faces that you collect are like
mangled faces.
They're ugly, cute faces.
Yes.
Which I think is probably another reason, because the Jellycat is just too cute.
Yes.
It's too cute.
Exactly.
I think the Jellycats are nice as just like
an actual toy.
Like they're not a trinket. Like I wouldn't put like one of them on my bag. I know people do, but I think that's just like a nice cuddly toy. Also, they take up a huge amount of space.
Yeah, they do.
Like, who has space for that? People have like their entire beds full of them.
Someone like a lot of people are buying the big £200 Labubus, and so I'm like, I just hope that they keep that and enjoy, because I think that those big £200 Labubus are in the same vein as the people who collect those bears. You know, the designer bears, the what are they called?
Oh, the ones from like that people get at like Christmas time and things from.
Not like a Harrods bear.
No, they're like plastic, and they're like but they're like an art bear. collectible, and then like different people like
have they got like a cross art? Like
but then you can have ones of like paint dripping
like the Mickey
down
Mouse
and like
ones.
Yes, I know exactly which ones you're talking about, and I have no idea what they're called, but they're kind of like a modern art bear.
a modern art bear thing, and they're expensive, and then tons of designers have had a collab with
they're
them.
like Mickey Mouse kind of things.
Kind of.
They're
hard plastic.
I know who they're. Yeah,
we all know the bear we're on about.
Yeah.
We will locate the bear.
Also makes me think of the like. I actually think these are very sweet. Is like the really big Miffy lamps. Like
I love Miffy. I love Miffy, but I also like. Amsterdam is probably the place I've visited most in this world, and that is the home of Miffy.
Oh, really?
And so it's like I always need to go to the Miffy store when I'm like.
That's so cute.
Every time I'm in Amsterdam.
I always thought Miffy was from Asia because obviously it's very Asian-esque. But then I realised it's not. And
I'm just like, am I wrong?
It is from Amsterdam.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, because when I went, I was like, what? Like I had this realisation that Miffy was not Asian. It might genuinely
Miffy's
like,
Dutch.
Yeah, Miffy's Dutch. You'll find her in the tulip fields, okay?
literally prancing, frolicking even.
Yeah. And that genuinely shocked me. I was like, what?
Because it's the same vibe as like Hello Kitty and things.
Yes.
Yeah, and I always thought like obviously a lot of them do originally come from like East Asia.
Yes.
So I genuinely just was like, oh, Miffy's obviously from there too. No.
I know.
She's Dutch.
It's a wonderful thing. But I think that like when it, for me, the biggest important thing is like the waste meets the want. And so deciding like it's great taking part in like trends that are accessible to you, but also it's just like, if you know what one you want, there is so many on Vinted, there's so many on eBay, and a lot of the time they come with all the packaging and everything, so you can still like be invested in it, but just like,
because so many people I feel like buy these trinkets, don't have the one they want, and just like either throw it away or put it on eBay, and so like you can just get one that's new as well.
It's actually never occurred to me to buy something like that on Vinted or eBay before. I mean, I'm not a huge like trinket person. I like old like antique trinket stuff.
You just want human hair.
I like Victorian morning jewellery.
That's what
Obsessed.
you want.
And that kind of thing.
I've got a lock of my mum's hair to make a morning necklace.
That's gonna be incredible.
No, that's so nice.
Wait, it's so funny, when she shaved her head, I literally went,
mine now. I love that kind of thing. So that's my...
You would love the Wade trinket dish.
Ooh.
You would love the tortoise.
Yeah, I just love that kind of stuff. So I never really thought about the fact you could buy like Labubus on Vinted or eBay. Like, I don't know why. Like, buying toys and stuff seems like, yeah, I wouldn't have thought that you could do that.
Someone's going to find a Labubu in a charity shop. If you find one, please let us know.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like it's going to happen, like, sooner, not later. It's going to be happening soon. I literally even saw, like, on the way in here, scrolling TikTok, and a girl went and bought 2 boxes, and she went back home to her grey live, laugh, love little house. And then that's 12... Labubus.
Yeah.
Honey, you don't need 12 Labubus.
And what? To do what with them?
To do what? And it's like, she's not going to put them all in one bag or display them all. Like, she has nothing on any surface.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is just for online traction in a way. People open them because the videos get good 100%. Views.
So do you think it's a short-lived trend? Like, do you think the trinket trend, the Labubus, the jelly cats, what's the lifespan?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a short-lived trend, because for me it's not a trend.
Not for you. I mean, for like...
in terms of like the everyday Labubu life, I think is going to be relatively short-lived, because I do think that the people have gone too excessive with it, and so it's kind of oversaturated.
When something goes too hard, too fast, it doesn't have a long lifespan.
Also, people are just like, oh, it's not cool anymore. Like, everyone has a Labubu. I don't want that anymore. It's going to be like some other trinket.
It'll be something else.
Well, before that, those Sunny Angels. And
I have Sunny Angels.
I think they're very sweet, and people are still into them, but they really did peak, I feel like, last summer. Everyone was like really obsessed with them, because I remember they sold out, and a girl I knew went to Paris to get some. Yeah, 'cause she really
I don't
wanted
know whether
them.
I actually think I hate that.
But she said
I hate that. I'm sorry.
she displayed them in a glass like case in her house.
Okay, that makes it better.
I know. I'm like, I think like, because that's the thing is, it's all about the display.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to transition this purchase into the next stage of its life?
Yeah.
And it's like you need to make sure it lives its life like its
Yeah.
full potential.
Exactly. I do have to ask because it's something I often think about, which is like a lot of these collectible trinkets are like little naked babies.
Yeah.
And like, why?
Well, I know it's funny, like because
creepy.
it is a bit creepy
Yeah.
to be honest as well. Because I do like things with like weird baby faces and like all that, but it is always tends to be like weird looking white babies.
Yeah, right. and I thought that I was like, because I really liked the Sonny's Angels, and then I tried to find like a black
No,
Sonny's
there's no
Angel,
black Sonny Angels,
and they don't exist. And that's so I was like, well, I'm not gonna get into that.
A few of my friends have said that, and I was just like, I refuse to get a Sonny Angel simply for the fact that they're only white, and I'm like, fair dues, and I'm just like, but that's why I want a Labubu, because they're a monster. It's like, you don't need, like, it's like, I can't relate to you, so I'm not going, you don't relate to me, I don't relate to you, you're not a trinket for me. But when it's just like, you know, because I don't, like, when Labubus came out, I wasn't, like, it wasn't, monsters aren't my thing.
Yeah.
Whereas a little crying.
Sorry,
like,
but this is, you'd actually wear this outfit. I was literally saying this earlier, you would wear this outfit because it's orange
me.
with a bonnet on.
It's got a little duck, and no, not just any bonnet, it's a duck
You
bonnet.
literally have a chicken outfit.
Literally.
You have a chicken outfit.
It's just so cute.
I'm sorry, that is so bizarre.
Isn't it just
It
gorgeous?
gives me like uncanny feeling.
Yeah. It's just, and I bought this from eBay, and so someone already done the blind box, because when I came across Crybabies, which was only like a couple of months ago, to be honest, through the Labubu trend, I was just like, because I notoriously in my friend group never cried until like my mum got diagnosed with cancer, and then just cry all the time. And so I saw this, and I related to it. It gave me a lot of joy, and it was just like, I need one, but I don't need 6.
Yeah.
Don't need 6.
I need 1. So I looked up, I researched which one, and this one's called Duck You. And so I went and got my very specific Duck You Crybaby, because that's the one I wanted.
And that's the difference, isn't it? 1, not 6.
Yeah, exactly.
I
can go, so like, but to me, again, this is not a trend. Like, I wear, like, she will be with me forever. And also because it summarizes where I was at a specific place and time.
Yes.
And that's also because trinkets kind of all started as souvenirs, really, at some point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I went to the shop and like, you want to just get a wee something, just want a wee silly little treat, just a little.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it is just like a little keyring, a little hair accessory, a little.
It's just like, you know, when you go on holiday and you're like, oh, I need to go get something for my friends, and you, like, when you were, I don't know, 12, and you would go to the, like,
The
get
little
little
titty
Eiffel
key
Tower.
rings.
Yes! They're like,
I love like your Eiffel Tower, I'm like, titties.
But honestly, I would have the titty one over the iPhone. That's what I collect, is stuff like that, actually.
you too.
I can't even say what I collect on here.
I have the best, the mug that you will love, and it's like,
Is it a tit mug?
It is. It's like a woman. It's supposed to be like Adam and Eve, but it's like a woman, and then it's a mug, but then her tits move up and down.
Oh, wow.
Well, as you tip it.
Like, so it's on a little like thing, and then it just goes. They go up and down there. I'll show you after. Like, honestly, it's fantastic. It's from the 80s.
The 80s have the best stuff like that.
The best nudist hat. I love it so much. I have quite a lot of nude trinkets as well, like rude trinkets.
Do you wear them out?
No, they're not. They're for wall display.
Okay, they give like really iconic downstairs bathroom.
Yes.
You know, like, do you get me? I feel like that's where they should live.
Oh, absolutely.
A full wall of like nude trinkets.
One of my favourite bars has like in their downstairs bathroom is just like collaged of like old 80s porn all over the walls.
I love it.
I love that kind of thing.
My friend has a bathroom that is just all like holy tat, like Mary and Jesus, and like are all like really like, but like the wild religious like where it's like disco ball lights coming out and everything. Like it's all like very like
it's giving Jesus ray of sunshine.
It's
Something
so funny.
I really like that's on that, and it's also a trinket, is little Matchbox pocket altars. They're so special.
I love them.
Matchbox pocket altars. So it's like a matchbox, and then you you open them and you can create your own altar inside.
It's like a little tiny one.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
And
I quite like matchboxes as well, though, as like they're quite a cute little
I
collectible thing.
I have
love
a
the
few of them,
thought
actually.
of collecting. Like if I lived like peaked and travelled a lot in the 80s, I know that I would have collected matchboxes like in from hotels and stuff.
Restaurants.
I have quite a few. I love
It's because they don't do it anymore.
I have
it's
old
so hard.
vintage ones. Yeah, that have botanical like pictures on them and things. My sister, when she used to travel a lot for work, she used to often bring them back for me as well, because she'd go to like Austin, Texas, and then she'd get like really nice old
they would have the
ones.
best ones in like
Yeah.
motels.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, because like from 3 generations of trinkets, my great gran, she collected teaspoons, and when I say that she had thousands, and they were all displayed on her walls, floor to ceiling, all in the hall, all the way up the hall, round her whole bedroom, floor to ceiling, and in the living room.
Wow.
Floor, like these wooden, like little holders for our spoons. Wow. And then it would just be like any single person, even if a neighbour's neighbour went on holiday, spoon would be returned. All these different ones, and it would just be, and she had them organised by like, you know, where they were. And what I thought was so funny is that like only like maybe about 40% were abroad, the rest were like random parts of the UK. And it's just like, why is there a spoon from this very small tiny like
village
Scottish village or whatever? And it's like, my god,
Wow. It's a personal archive, isn't it?
But also, I feel like she's then remembered as the person with the teaspoons, because people would go and collect them, not
Yeah,
really
she
knowing
fully
her,
was.
which is kind of iconic in itself.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, she's known for the teaspoons.
Yeah, she was either known for the teaspoon or the fact that she like had a nicotine stripe and always holding a cigarette, and she had a dog called Smokey.
An iconic woman.
So good.
I love that.
She was an icon.
I also find a lot of your trinkets are homeware, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
big pieces of homeware. Like, you have this lamp. We have to talk about the
collect
lamp.
lamps.
Because we've talked... Well, actually, we have some furniture in common.
We do.
We have the dressing table.
Yes.
You both have that?
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole other
that's-
story. That's a whole other
But
story.
trinkets are small.
I wouldn't say like trinkets are small. I would even say that like, 'cause I collect lamps, but personally I wouldn't say that they fall within trinkets.
Do you not?
I believe trinkets are small collectible items. Although I don't know if that's the Oxford Dictionary. We should look up the Oxford Dictionary of trinkets.
But I'd say
small collectible items is a trinket. So like things I collect, like I do collect Fantas from all over the world, which has been a collection I've been building for about 10 years now. Wow. I do have most countries. The places that I'm kind of lacking is because I have Japan, don't have anywhere else in Asia.
She said.
I have
Bring me back some Fantas.
I have Nigeria and Dominican Republic, nowhere else in Africa.
You have Nigeria. I'm half Nigerian. What? You've been there?
No, but my ex-Nigerian asked him to bring me.
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
That's a random.
And not only do I have Nigerian Fanta, which is honestly probably I would say like maybe like because I have one for drinking, one to display, and then so I also have like a ranking of the best Fantas from around the world, and what occasion would be the perfect occasion for that, like an accompaniment.
Yeah.
So it's like Italy would probably be my favourite Fanta for like a refreshment. Like you're sitting outside, you're having like, you know, a nice little sandwich, or maybe having a picnic.
It gives Aperol Spritz energy.
It does. It's light. It's refreshing. It's fruity. It's just a good solid Fanta. Nigerian Fanta. If I'm hungover,
that's the one.
I'm hungover and I need to be somewhere.
She's the one.
Quick Nigerian
She's
Fanta when you're on the way.
one. Oh my god! And it's funny because I thought that, like, 'cause I always was just like, no, well, Mexican Fanta will always be that because, but it's Nigerian Fanta and Mexican Fanta are similar because they, like, are using natural sugars as well. And so, but it's slightly different in the amounts that compare. And so, like, but yeah, Nigerian's up there for my hangover / I need to be bing!
That's so interesting. Gosh.
Because I always thought, like, I knew trinkets are small, but then I always also think they kind of, like, bleed into novelty things.
Oh yeah, well, because then, so another thing that I
mean?
collect is, like, I've got these little ceramics. I will send you photos of all of these.
Yeah, please do.
I've got these little ceramic foods. They're like just little tiny
miniature food collectibles.
Yes.
My sister collects those.
I got them, and so I've only got them whenever I went to America, because you can only really get them in America. And my whole thing is, as well, is that, like, 'cause I don't like buying things firsthand either. Like, for me, trinket collecting is in the discovery. It's
like finding it.
It's the treasure.
Yes.
And so it's like, if I do find it, like, new, it is because, like, it's like I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you have to get it. But
It's the
something
beginning
that I
of
could-
the journey.
Exactly. And so when I love seeing, like, when I'm in America, you always see these little food thingies. And what I love is that, like I said, all these ones I bought secondhand, every one I've got is a type of chewing gum. So I've got a Wrigley spearmint, I've got a, like, double mint extra, I've got, like, all the sticks.
I was thinking of something else. What even are these? Because what my sister collects is little plates with, like, full meals on them.
Oh,
that are, like,
no.
small.
These are, like, it's packaging. And so it's little ceramic, but what's so cool about them is it's a little tiny little ceramic little box, and then inside is a teeny version of the thing that's inside.
Wow, that's so adorable.
So there's, like, a
niche.
little tiny little chewing gum ceramic inside.
Wow. Yeah, and that's...
But it's, like, this big.
I feel like that just, like, perfectly sums up what the difference is between, like, collecting trinkets for the love of collecting and then collecting them to just be on a trend and for the sake of it.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, that and then a Labubu is just so astronomically different.
No offense to the Labubu owners.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as I want to really reinforce, if Labubus have got you into collecting and getting you enthusiastic and finding the love and the joy that can come from collecting, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, keep going.
But if you're doing it just to be, like, on the trend and to get the TikTok for the clout.
If you're gonna make your Labubu sad one day, that's the way to think about it. If are you going to make this little thing upset?
Oh. And for people
That's
who,
on your conscience.
Yeah, it's gonna be thinking of you.
for people who want to start collecting, what would you recommend as a good, like, entry point?
Ooh, well, I think it's honestly whatever you like starts up a little flurry. Like, I think the best place to start is probably something in your childhood that you maybe loved, and then you like grew out of, like, out of spite. That was me in Polly Pockets. I also had a massive collection of Sylvanian families, huge. And when my mum and dad split up, and, like, it was very funny, again with a lack of sentimentality. My mum went and cleared out the house, and she didn't tell me that that she was clearing out the house that day, because she knew how sentimental I was, and she knew that she wouldn't be able to get rid of anything. So I just basically found out that all of my everything was gone.
Oh, no.
Everything was gone.
Do you recollect them now then?
I have some that I recognise, and so it has to be ones that I know that I had.
Yeah.
And that's really hard because I'm an 80s kid as well, so it's like, it's
Really niche ones.
like,
Yeah.
And so, and it does make it, like, because there's sometimes I do see them and I'm like, oh, you're cute, but unless I think, because I don't have a permanent home in Margate yet as well, it's like I'm reluctant to get anything new. It's if I cannot leave you.
Yeah.
You are coming with me.
Yeah, you don't
You're
want to
going home with me.
But you don't have too much if you have to move.
Exactly.
Like, you want to be able to start the collecting
Well, you want to be
When
able to
you're
like know
settled.
where, like everything needs to have its home.
Yeah.
It's like I can't buy you without knowing where you're gonna go. You can't go in
Yeah.
a door.
I love that mentality. I'm trying to be more like that in general because I never really think about like where it will go. I just buy it and I'm like, it will find a place.
And I'm like, where will you live?
But that's such a good way to just like generally consume in a better way. It's like considering where it will actually go.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like the same in fashion, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
what would you wear it with? It's like, where will it go? It's
Yeah.
kind of like the same,
Yeah.
same, but different.
But well, exactly, because it's same but also different. Because sometimes it's like, well, where would it go? But you know that you can't leave something if it's like, oh, where would it go? I don't even care. I'll just hold it for the rest of time. This is coming home with me.
Yeah.
And that's how you can tell the level of excitement that comes from whatever trinket you're finding. I think as well that like obviously people's first go-to is Pop Mart, but like genuinely charity shops, I think that will find you. That's the best playground that you'll find to find your own joy if you don't even know, if you're like, I didn't really play with anything, or like, I don't really want to have a Polly Pocket, I don't feel like that resonates with me anymore. Just literally walk about and then just see what you pick up to find interesting. You might not even like want that actual thing, but it sparked a curiosity. And so it's like, if anything sparks curiosity, lean into that. It's like, why? Yeah. Is it its colour, shape, whatever?
Do you ever go into a charity shop and see something that isn't like a bag charm, but you would want to make into a bag charm and buy it to make it into one?
Oh, yes, but that is also my issue because I have the most annoying ability to buy things with the intention of doing things and then never actually doing the thing.
Yeah.
And I find it so, because I hate waste so much, it is honestly one of my biggest annoyances, and it just grows and grows and grows.
I think it's
and
like
grows.
the curse of being crafty is that like you know you could do it, but like will you make the time to actually do it?
And it's also like ADHD. It's like, oh, I've done it. I've bought all the things. Do the thing? No, I've already done it in my head.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating in my head, like, oh, look how cute it is. It's just like 3 steps ahead. It's just like, no.
I'm just bad at like, I want it instantly. I'll like buy it and be like, I'm going to just upcycle it. It's going to be amazing. And then it will take an hour and then I don't want to do that.
I used to do that a lot with like clothes I really wanted and then say I'd alter them. Never altered them.
Yeah.
It just became a pile of like stuff that just...
The pile of alterations. I usually tend to take round one big pile a year, because it gets to a stage where it comes up to like a stupid amount, and I'm like, right, go through it. What can you donate, and what are you just taking right now to seamstress or whatever just to get it done? Like, because it just needs to happen.
Yeah. I really want to start making my own trinkets, but I know I just will get halfway and be like, oh.
I could see you getting into like resin.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's like you.
I need to start but I want to do that with food, because
that's what
I want to do like the bread stuff. I think that's really cool, and it's just a cool way to use up waste.
Yeah, I love the thought of that you could just resin anything.
Yeah,
and like it won't
you could make
go
a
moldy.
clock from a pizza.
That's kind of, I don't know if that's disgusting or like amazing. You know what I mean?
And that's what's so good about it.
Like, is that disgusting? Like, would you cook the pizza first so the cheese melted and leave that frozen?
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know about that one. I was more thinking like a French fancy or like a wee Empire biscuit.
I think like a pizza with a pepperoni for each like 12, 3, 6 and 9.
Can you make this so we can see
I know.
it?
Someone out there has done
Make
it
it into a face, I'm sure I'll like it.
Little pepperoni smile.
Yay! But I don't know, I love this idea of DIY trinkets, but I just know the effort.
Oh yeah, but I think that it's also, it will go in, like it'll go from bag charms, and as you're like seeing now, like, cause I loved it, like, I mean, we made this little silliest and frilliest rosette last year in Bloomies, and it's just as a little, like, we actually got it for, like, we've had so many repeat customers that were like, we need a little treat, and so when they're buying like their second and third pairs, they're like you're
really
the silliest
cute.
and frilliest, and giving them a little rosette. But I love how this elevates an outfit, because it's like a big something. And I don't know, it's just like, I think there's going to be a lot more of this in badges, because badges and bag charms kind of go hand in hand.
You're a brooch wearer.
Yeah,
actually.
I love a brooch.
Like, you do like a trinket.
Yeah,
It's a brooch.
yeah.
You love brooches.
I love a brooch too.
Yeah.
brooches are great.
I love
and
how
hair
much-
clips that you can just like.
I was just about to say that you can do
what is
anything.
this?
This is just a hair clip.
Is it? You
I
just
do that. I do that
Oh.
with clip-on earrings.
It's so I love that because I don't like a top button showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that just like is a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, just kind of like.
Ooh, hello. It's here. Should we try and put it back on?
So
Oh wait, you hold that.
we should round off in
Yes.
a minute. 52
Is there
minutes.
anything that we've not covered on your?
I just wanted to ask about
Yeah.
Thank you.
sustainability and bag charms.
Well, they are mainly like a Labubu is just plastic. A Labubu is like 100% plastic, which is gross.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how many Labubus do we reckon are in landfill?
Oh no, I don't. I wouldn't even want to think about it, especially when you see the mass exodus that is of all the bag charms like heading off to their like fleeting homes for however long. But I do think that like I do slightly judge someone who is buying multiples at once. We don't like, cause you know it's like one of those things that it's just like don't spoil your dinner. It's like
Yeah.
don't have ice cream before you're like
Yes,
It's just
yeah.
like you're spoiling you're spoiling the experience for yourself by buying lots at once.
Because the point of it is to slowly accumulate it over time
And
and like
collect.
thoughtfully, not to just mass buy it.
Exactly.
So is your like sustainability tips? Obviously, you already said like eBay, Vinted. I feel like you're a charity shop and car boot girly as well. And then also just to like take your time.
yeah, take your time. Do it for the joy. Do it for the love. If you see things that you love and like brighten up your day, it will brighten up someone else's day. Like lean into the things that spark joy and whimsy and like childhood nostalgia. I think that if you do that, like, you know, like you're just going to be happier. You'll spread more joy in this world. But
love
if it's
that.
literally just to take part and be involved and for the TikTok,
Then maybe think.
then maybe
Take a moment.
Yeah, think before you little boo boo.
I feel like we have to end.
Perfect round.
Mic drop. Thank you so much for coming on.
That was a magnificent chat. I love that.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode.
If you want to see more from us, you can follow us on socials at Rosie and Izzy Manuel. Bye.